Alright. Alright. There we go. Let's get going. So in between videos, I did look at, um, I did load the save with the Data Vault mod that puts a nav beacon next to the Data Vault because I am hunting the final Data Vault for the medium-sized turrets for the Earl King, and I have found 4 of the vaults without that, well, yeah, without that mod. So there's one here, one there. There's was one over here, and there was one over here. And the final one is right there, right there. So when I did a zoom around looking for it, it didn't even ping when I was pinging down here, which makes me a little upset. But oh well. But now I can stop throwing satellites out and wasting all my money, and just send this over here. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. I did count these squares real quick, so it's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Straight across from that square. So right, yeah. Yeah, it's right in the middle. It's like dead center of the spot I checked. So, oh, sorry about that.
Pegasus,
Allergies are
Vanguard.
insane in the morning for some reason. Um, anyway, I need a insane amount of money. Well, not an insane. Yeah, I kind of need an insane amount of money because I need another 60 million. So I need someone's pocket
Entering
change, basically,
Windfall 3
to
report.
buy the XL maintenance bay. There's a KHK rating party in here. That's strange. There's like a whole strike fleet in this system, yet they refuse to do anything. Best strike fleet in the game. I've sent this collector to go get more laser towers because it's, if I do it right,
Entering
I
system.
can make a lot of
Avarice.
money from them. So it's worth it to deck these out so they survive longer. So I know this looks like I'm going to spend a ton of money getting the ship, but it's worth every penny to deck these out with laser towers because they make more money than I'll spend on it if they survive for a long enough time to collect uh, parts. So that's why I keep making them, because they will make more money than they cost me. And they keep the Xenon under control, kind of. And it's kind of fun to just go around and fight the Xenon every now and then. Take a break from the tedium of getting this all set up. I did a little experimentation with this off stream, and those trades are illegal wares, and they're not making any money. Or no, they might have been making money. They're not making the thing I want, though, which is not necessarily money from these trades. You're selling one space weed. Okay. It's not money I want from these trades. It is reputation. I want reputation from these trades. Ooh, a resupply ship. Did they bring in a wing of fighters? No, of course not. They're being lazy. So, where was it going? I want reputation with the hat. And the only way to really do that is to find hat stations that are selling anything and buy their product. That's not illegal. So buying whatever they got here, this pharmaceutical. Oh, they're selling medical supplies. Okay, that should make reputation if I buy those, but where will I sell them to? They're selling superfluid coolant as well. They're selling engine parts. Don't I need engine parts at my own facility? Why are my dolphins grabbing those engine parts right there? They're well within range. Oh, I don't need engine parts. Never mind. What do I need? Weapon components, advanced electronics, and field coils. Cool. I'm gonna open... Well, I mean, my ships aren't supplying, so I'm gonna unrestrict these to see if any other NPC traders can come and fill this up. These things... I will make money off of these because they're not expensive to, or not as expensive to import. And if any ships get built from those parts, I will make money on it. So I'm not terribly worried about it. I won't make as much money because I imported goods, but I will make some money. And well, I will make an appreciable amount of money, so not really worried about it. I do have hull parts coming in, being made, so ships will be available to be made. You're actually making a trade. What are you trading for? Field coils, nice. Okay. What are you making a trade? Oh, you decided to wake up and make a trade too. Oh, I know what's... So that logistics view, I personally wasn't making field coils or weapon components. So when I set it to restrict everyone but me, it meant that my own ships couldn't go out and buy from NPC stations. They could only go out and buy from my stations. And that's not the intended effect I wanted. I wanted them to go buy from NPC stations, but I only wanted my traders to supply my station. I didn't want NPC traders to. Hey. That will still give me a bit of savings over NPCs bringing me supplies. But I still lose a little bit of money from buying the parts from the station. So it is a slight increase in profit for me. Now, what a pain. What a pain to get those traders to work right. There should be like a full-on tutorial on explaining like that. Even better if like it analyzes what's wrong with your station and what you're trying to do. And then tells you why you're limiting yourself. Okay, so I need to sell things. I need to buy things from the hat and sell them to the hat. So what are they buying? They are buying their own engine parts. No superfluid cool. They are buying medical supplies as well. So I'm going to put you on repeat orders. I want you to buy engine parts? Was it engine parts? Oh, I need to put this at the top of the screen. Buy a full inventory of engine parts. And I want you to sell those engine parts to the HAT's trading station. So that's a purchase, which should increase rep with the HAT, and then a sell to the HAT, and it's in demand, so that should also, when I sell it, make reputation. And I will do the same with medical supplies from there. And here, and each transaction will generate reputation. And that the reputation is what I want. I don't care about making a profit. I have other means of making profits. And the Astrid should be an excellent ship to ferry those goods because it has a good enough amount of container storage. And it's fairly quick. It's a quick little ship. Quick medium ship, I should say. When I was experimenting, I did... Ooh, that's a scout. What was his hand? When I was experimenting with a couple of things, let's just say it like that. Spoilers for later, I guess, but not really. I don't want to spoil it. The surprise is too cool. How to say it? When I was experimenting with the game, I let it play out for a little bit while I was trying stuff out. And for some reason, a Paranid fleet made it all the way over to this gate and just wiped out that cave for me, which was interesting. I don't know if that'll happen because I was using SETA. And strange things happen when you use SETA. There's a resupply ship, so the Argon are finally doing something. Ooh, I need that in radar range. Oh, right. I've got too many things to do. Yeah, like the data vault that I've been looking for. Right where I said it would be. Well, let's go over and get that. And that'll be all of the blueprints for the Erlking. I was already on the ship. Okay, this will be the last blueprint I need for the Erlking. Actually, this will be the last data vault of the game that I open. Because all the other ones should already be opened, and I don't think I've missed any data vaults. I've opened every other data vault up to this point. And if you're hearing that and thinking, wait, I didn't see you open every data vault, that's because the very first 2 videos of this playthrough are just data vault hunting and are not included in the economy guide playlist. So you'll have to go back and find those videos if you want to see them. And it's literally just running around to each data vault and then exploring every sector that I could get into without issues. So I didn't do a custom start. I did a young gun start. And then I went and explored every sector. And I went and opened every data vault. Except for the Erlking ones. So if you want to watch that video of finding every data vault and exploring through every sector, those are available on the channel. Just not part of this playlist. There's the M blueprint that I've been wanting. Honestly, the M and the L turret blueprints are like the priority when doing Erlking things. And then the rest of it you can like mix and match parts to get the Erlking going. But the turrets are the big ones because the Erlking turrets are very strong. The Earl King is like one of the major reasons why you even let Tides of Avarice exist in your game at all. Otherwise, you would turn this DLC off. I mean, the Asteroid's cool, but the Earl King is the reason why you do this DLC. The Asteroid is like it's like a bonus. I'm actually gonna tell it to deploy some of those satellites there and here. Just because I do want full coverage of these systems without any gaps for ships to disappear into. Like that. Okay. Now that that's all taken care of, I do want this turret component factory within satellite range.
Entering system. Windfall.
I might need to fly back and destroy all the weapons on that K again, just to keep trade flowing in the sector. And it would be a great idea, since I have a wharf next to these systems, to put satellites there, so I can import goods from them if I need to. There's also a station way out here in Argon Prime that I wanna...
Entering Windfall.
That
For
might be a
Aurora
KHK
Stream.
hive, actually, now that I think about it. Okay. Oop. Sorry, real quick, I had a sniffle. Oops, there we go, much better. All the sniffling without having to hurt someone else's ears. I want to steal that carrier right there, but I'll get that eventually, because that boron carrier has no small ships in it. It's basically useless. How close is the next tide? I do want to keep like an internal clock or something running. If there's a mod that tracks when tides hit, that would be awesome. But of course I'm playing modless, so I couldn't use it. So if anybody knows a way to keep better track of the tide through probably, let's see here, this menu. The global orders menu, there is create alert, and you can set alerts on factions, specific sectors, um, objects, sizes, and then any purpose here. It's too bad flee isn't an option here, because that would be the best way to do it, because I could set it up to alert on ships that are fleeing out of the Avarice system. So that would be a great way to track the tide. That's with an alert. And then I would more than likely promptly mute the alert, because I hate random noises that alarm in my ears. So I need to make a significant amount of money. If you made it this far into this video series,
Entering system. Argon Prime.
you know, I have tried to make this whole video series easy to play along. with. So if you're watching in the background or whatever, have it on the side screen while you're playing the game. Thank you for watching. You know, I appreciate that. But I am going to start to deviate from easy things to do, because if you made it this far into the game, you're already doing pretty good. We're ready for something more advanced or sneaky. It's not really sneaky or advanced. I'm just gonna go grab a ship, an expensive ship that is available in every game for free. So yeah. Ooh, I do need to go check on this ship. They both should be loaded out with laser towers. And you start making money back from these ships. So that's why I'm putting them on repeat orders and collect drops. If you don't put it on repeat orders, it'll collect the drops one time and then it will stop doing anything. So that's why I put it on repeat orders. I think it's safe to do the same in this. Well, that K is kind of a problem, but I did neutralize it for the most part. So here's hoping that it will be fine. I need a small, fast ship. I mean, the Nodens are pretty good, but well, I probably could use a Noden. I like the Nodens. They're fun little ships to fly around. I am going to check over that K real quick and make sure that it is, in fact, no threat to anybody.
Atikva's choice.
And then I'm going to go grab that ship for free. That's worth a lot of money. And I'm going to see how much value I can extract out of that ship that I will go grab for free. It is firing at someone. Not as harmless as I thought it was.
You'll wish you hadn't done that.
Side turns back up too. I need to turn off auto rotation when I do this, or else.
I cannot allow you to continue to exist.
Or else the ship will rotate. I need to be careful going after these turrets. Oh, even got an engine backup. Alright, this thing is indeed defenseless now. Perfect. Let's go get a ship that's worth... I want to say the worth of that ship that I'm going to go grab is at least 10 million. Alright, it looks like a raiding party is getting stuck on... Oh, that end just decided that this ship must die. Cool. Sticky little bugger right there, huh? Okay, this Nodin should be available to go grab the ship I want. So I'm gonna send it out here. And that will be, when it gets over there, I will jump over to it. Shouldn't take long. What is this ship's purpose? It's kind of just there. I could probably sell it. Well, actually, it's got a good pilot. I want to keep that pilot. I'm not a particular fan of the KYD ships. It does have a good pilot. How many crew does it have? Just the pilot. A 3-star pilot that I do want to keep. I will put this pilot.
Can I help?
I want this pilot on my Regal. That's where I'll keep all the good pilots.
Acknowledged.
Until I can figure out something else. And then I just want to sell this ship. It's not going to be worth a lot. Ooh, it's worth $1 million actually. Never mind. Maybe I do want to shop around and try to get the maximum price for it. I know the Patriarchy and the FRF would love a combat capable ship, so they'll pay good money for it. Cool. Alright, I'm starting the run now to go get this ship. It is kind of a...
Entering system. Holy vision.
To go and get this ship, you do need to know what you're doing.
Nodin.
A little bit.
Sentinel.
So if you don't know what you're doing, you could just watch me as I go do it. And then you will have a great idea on how to go get this ship. Or more than likely, you've already seen a video going and grabbing the ship I'm going to go grab. So you already know where this is headed if you've already seen a few videos doing this. There's plenty of them out there. Then the most notable thing about going into this sector is you do want to be in travel drive when you jump through the gates. You do not want to slow down.
Entering system. Faulty logic.
And so I just double check. And then the other most notable thing about going and looking for this ship and bringing it back is in the next sector I jump to. That sector is littered with mines. I believe they're tracking mines, not friend-foe mines. Pretty sure. But getting a large ship through a minefield is dangerous, to say the least. So we are going to follow a safe path out of the minefield. And the gate is also mined up. Or what are these, accelerators? The return accelerator is also got mines all around it, so I do not want to miss when I decide to jump through gates.
Entering faulty logic. 7.
So now we're in Faulty Logic 7. And when you jump into Faulty Logic 7, usually there's a Xenon party here waiting to, well, so basically give you a surprise birthday party with weapons. And shoot you. Not a great surprise birthday party. It's one of those bad ones where they kill you at the end, so I don't recommend attending that one. And hear them. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Xeris? Alright, so this ship can be a little tricky to find. But luckily, when you do your long-range scan, it should pop up on the map as a neutral or friendly ship. Perfect timing for your stream. Yeah. Thanks for watching. I just decided I had some free time this morning, got some coffee. It was time to get some streaming in while I got free time. And the ship I'm looking for is usually in the upper left-hand side of this map. It's 8 p.m. in Germany. Oh, wow. Got home from work and started playing X4. Nice. Yep. After a long, hard day at work, nothing is more satisfying than jumping on your computer and doing more work to make more money. Wait a second. There's probably something more satisfying. Maybe I phrased that wrong. Watch, I'm gonna get trolled and have to go do a circle around the system. Oh, maybe not. I don't think the blue and the gold pings here are the ship, but they might be. Man, you damn right. Yeah. Just being a little facetious here. The reason I'm going after this ship, though, is just because it's worth a ton of money. And I guess I could actually just put it to work, but I don't particularly enjoy the design. There it is. That's what I'm looking for right there. I'm surprised I'm not being harassed by Xenon this time. That's cool. So there's plenty of other guides on how to find this ship, but oh well. And it's available in every game that
Odysseus,
I've ever
Vanguard.
played.
Hello,
Nodin.
can I help, sir?
There we go. So when you go and do this, you do want to be quick about it because usually the Xenon are hot on your tail. Hopefully that pilot didn't just take off.
Docking granted.
They tend to do that. Alright, I'm going to look at his orders actually and see what you were doing. Good. Wait for signal.
Odysseus, Vanguard.
Alright, I want to dock the ship because I want to get both ships out of here without relying on an NPC pilot. And if I make a mistake, I will lose both ships. Hooray! There's incentive not to make a mistake. Alright, auto rotation is on. Now then, the safe way to get this ship out of here is to travel to the center, following a asteroid field if you can, and then going to the superhighway. Do not take a direct path to the superhighway. You will run straight into mines, and if you're lucky, you won't bump into one. But if you're unlucky, you will bump into one, and then your ship will come to a stop in a minefield. And if you're really unlucky, all the mines will be very angry and destroy the ship. Don't ask me how I know that. It was a very short and it was a very short start of a save. Because I definitely got mad and decided to start a new game after that. So from here, um, if you didn't know how to play the game and you didn't learn how to drift ships, this would probably be a lot more difficult for someone who didn't know how. But if you've actually learned how to drift your ship in travel mode, you should be able to do this next part. I'm going to disarm that defense drone. I don't want to leave it behind. Let's see, how close am I to the center? Okay. So you turn flight assist off while still maintaining being in travel mode, and aim for the dead center of this superhighway, the one on the right. And then hopefully, okay, there are mines. It wasn't that bad though. Whew. That was a heart skipped a beat there. Eh? Pucker factor moment. Because I didn't save, and I don't have any autosaves to rely on if I mess this up. It makes it more thrilling. Okay, so I'm lined up not too well with this. Because when you try to go through these superhighways, they can kind of troll you. Yeah, yep, that's exactly what I mean. You press Control and Space to turn off flight assist, and then when you turn flight assist back on, it will keep you in travel mode and then turn your ship while in travel mode to the direction you want to go. And in large ships, they drift
Entering
because large
faulty
ships have a lot of
logic.
mass.
1.
And you want to make sure that your large ship that you just acquired stays in travel mode between the superhighway. You do not want to slow down once you get this thing rolling, because it takes a long time to get the travel mode rolling. Or get the travel mode going. And getting up to speed takes a while. Yeah, it feels great to drift into a jump gate or a superhighway at high speed. It's definitely that's definitely a skill moment when you got the skills to do that. It feels good. So this thing is decked out with split weapons, which is interesting.
Entering system. Holy vision.
Alright, so I do want to keep traveling directly away from the gate. I have safely made it out. So I'm going to turn this guidance off because it drives me insane. And I want to make it far enough away from the gate to where I can start thinking again, and decide where I want to go with this bad boy. I want to go over to the shipyard, the Paranid shipyard actually. If I want to use this or not, I guess that's the next decision I want to make. I'll look at my options when we get there. Because I am making a ton of money now. Or I do have a better income of money now that I've figured out all my issues with the wharf. So money should be coming in at a fairly good rate. And it won't be long till I get the Earl King either. Alright. Let me get an NPC pilot on this ship real quick. What do I have that, or where do I have an NPC pilot? I like this NPC pilot's name. Hola, mi. Now that I have a pilot for the ship. Let me see the options I can put on this thing. Missing a large turret. All split stuff. That is so strange. And it's the split travel drives, which are interesting. Meaning the travel speed is going to be low, but the out of travel drive speed should be a bit higher because it's split. But if you really want large ships with faster out of travel drive speed, you should go for the split all-rounders to have less of the drawbacks from the travel drives. I'm not going to make any money off the thrusters. That's unfortunate. The Paranid shields are a whole lot better than the split shields. Especially with that recharge rate. I need to raise my rep to get the main guns on this thing. And the large lasers. Or the large, what am I looking for? This weapon right here is what I want. This is one of the strongest anti-capital weapons in the game. So this is what I want, and I need 20 rep with a Paranid faction in order to get it. Or actually, no, I said that right. Just some people won't understand which factions count as Paranid factions, because there is a hidden faction that counts as a Paranid faction. And I don't think I can use this as a carrier, but, well, maybe I can. It's got internal storage for ships. Let's see here, let me just do this. Set it to high preset, and then knock down the price for some of the things here. Yeah, these large thrusters barely make a difference. They're going to the max price thrusters, so they're usually not worth it. Unless you're gonna like slap mods on it. Then they might be worth the price. Maybe. Pulse Mark 1s, the large pulses, should be the best option normally versus just generally anything. Unless you want missiles. But I haven't played around with missiles too much, so I don't really know if that's worth it or not. Tracking missiles should be fairly good against small to medium ships, though. So I will need to try those out. I'm just waiting on an auxiliary ship. Let's see here, for medium turrets, the Argon Flak will actually be the best in slot medium turret. Unless you use a mod to get Earl King turrets, then the Earl King medium turret is the best turret in the game, followed behind by the Flak, the Argon Flak specifically. Then after that, it's in between Pulse and, well, it's in between personal preference at that point. Plasmas for anti-capital, Pulse for anti-fighter, or missiles. Kind of a toss-up in between all of those. And the Shard. It's personal preference at that point. I'm just gonna slap a ton of Pulse because it looks awesome and like Star Warsy if you get Pulse turrets on everything. And I kind of like that. I dig that look. Heavy smart missiles are not the way to go. Heavy smart missiles are slow. Defense drones aren't the way to go either. Actually, drones at all are probably not. They don't repair fast enough to be useful if you're gonna do this like this. Needs advanced electronics. I can quickly get advanced electronics on this bad boy. You know what? Actually, instead of refitting it here, I should go to the other Paranid faction. Not the God Realm of the Paranid. No, 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 no. The Alliance of the Word is a Paranid faction. And the Alliance of the Word's Wharf is over here in Paranid space. Or not Wharf, the shipyard. And they have all of the options except for the split options. And they're also well supplied, so I shouldn't need to supply it with I shouldn't need to supply it with what you call it, advanced electronics. We'll select high preset here. Yep. Even with high preset, there's no additional need for advanced electronics. And now I can really decide, mix and match which ones I like. Actually, that's not bad for Talati. 0 recharge delay on large ship's shields, plus a massive capacity and a fairly decent recharge rate. Like anything over 500 on your recharge rate, and you will be able to stick this ship inside the Void's hazard zone. So that's neat. So small ships won't really pose a threat unless there's a huge swarm of small ships. Still don't have 20 Rapidly Alliance of the Word. I need to fix that as soon as possible, because they have all of the options here. Now then, when it comes down to options between turrets, the ARG turrets are significantly faster in rotation speed than other races. And when you want to hit small fighters, you can see that the ARG was 39 and this is 19. So significantly faster rotation speed. So when you want to hit small fighters and stuff, you want to go with ARG. But for the large turrets on this, I actually want it to be anti-capital. And for anti-capital weaponry, there is a best in slot, and it's not ARG. It is Paranid, the Paranid Plasma. Because they hit harder, I believe, and they also don't sacrifice range. Let me look at the... Yeah, so they hit much harder. These rotate faster, but when you're fighting large ships against large ships, it doesn't really matter the rotation speed. Large ships tend to be pretty slow. And then the Teladi ones, I believe they have extra range, but they sacrifice almost all the damage for extra range. Yeah, it's like a little bit more range, but a lot less damage. Oh, and the Paranid gets even more range and more damage. So there really is no other reason, or there's no reason to pick any other anti-capital weapon but this one. And then the Terrans, I don't believe, get plasma. They have their own, I think they just have their pulses and beams. And then the split will be short range, but should be higher damage, but I don't think it's worth it there either. I could take a look. So I will be using Argon Pulse for now, because that will up the rotation speed, and they should be able to hit something. But the reason I came over to the Alliance of the Word shipyard here is because they have access to the Argon Flak for medium turrets, and they're well supplied. So when this puppy's out of, or when I'm not around this ship, if I'm in a separate sector, this should rip through swarms of small ships. Because the hit rate of all the weapons goes up to 100%. And because it has two small docking, or small size dock landing pads, it will be able to deploy 2 Laser Tower Mark IIs at once as well. So that'll be cool. And it can land a medium ship. Very interesting. So I can get my Hydra Regal on this if I wanted. And that'll be a nice little spot to park it actually. Nope, not advanced satellites. Laser Tower Mark IIs. Say 100 of them. Why not? Or I could just sell this ship for the money, but I think I might just want to try and use it. There are some experiments I want to run with this. I don't think putting Marines or service crew on this would really benefit me in any major way. There are better options for boarding vessels for Marines wise, and then service crew, I don't think it really helps the ship at all that much, except for engineers. They'll repair the ship faster when it takes damage, and a couple of them I believe will increase the handling, so I will get a few, but I'm not going to load this thing up on personnel. So I will try to use this ship, and we'll see if it's any good for any of the roles I want to use it for, and if it's not, I can still sell it for whatever it's worth. Should be around 10 to 11 million. Astrid's not finding any deals. Not there. Oh, the tide! I'm missing the tide. Oh, not by a lot though. No, 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 no. Move all orders and assignments and get over here quickly. Everybody emergency exited the Avers systems, or they're all on their way out. So I need to get the Astrid over there. Hopefully it's not full of cargo. Oh, it's full of things. That's fine, just drop it all. The amount of money I'll make from getting all the Protecteon that I'm gonna go get is well worth whatever cargo was in that. If it makes it over there in time, I should say. We'll find out, I guess. Oh, there is the Paranid fleet. So no matter what, they were on their way over here to destroy that K. Interesting. The Void's probably a hot mess right here. Yep. Oh, the K is destroying all my laser towers. Oh, my other Nodin that I'm just gonna use to combat that K is it's docked on the ship. That's okay. Let's see here. I want to keep track of the Astrid as we get. This is the priority right now because this is 11 million. I think I missed the tide. Well, that sucks. I knew it was coming up. I just didn't know it would be that fast. Looks like I missed the tide. That's fine though. I should be parking the Astrid in there anyway to for that specific purpose of not missing the tide. Let's see here. Where are you at? Really? Alright, that station can get shown off. What do we got in here? Smart chips, a BUC factory. 2 of them. Alright, Duke's Buccaneers playing around in here too. That means more Prometheuses to steal if I feel like it. Meat, ice, spices, missiles. They aren't doing anything too fancy in the system except for the smart chips. And it looks like there's more stations in here. Interesting. How many satellites do I have left on you? Okay, plenty. I do want to discover any additional stations because if they're making anything I could use at my wharf, this sector could supply my wharf with more goods. I'm deploying all these satellites to get trade data for any additional stations I find out here. I should go get trade subscriptions is what I should really do and not have to deploy so many satellites. And theoretically that would save my FPS. But apparently there's been a lot of optimizations and improvements to the game. Where's the captain of this ship? They must be traveling. That's what's going on there. They're in a travel pod coming over from Argon Prime. It looks like all of that Xenon threat in the Thrakas Cascade is calmed down or moved on to greener pastures. How good is my rep with Hoktiva now? It did increase by a little bit. I want to assign a ship, a small ship, to make reputation trades. see here. I just need a small, cheap ship. How cheap can I go? 70, 61. Oh, definitely not that. No. 62? And the Nodin is way more versatile than that. 64. No way. Also no way. Also 64. And this is one of the fastest ships in the game that I can get my hands on right now. Well, the Nodin's pretty fast too. I do want another one of these ships, and I do want to make it the speed variant, because I will use this for another mission. Combat engines over travel drive. I've already covered that noob trap plenty of times in previous videos, so if you don't know why I'm choosing that, I guess you'll just have to watch the other videos in this playlist. And it shouldn't matter. Paranid's shield here will give me more shields to boost around with when I need to boost. I don't believe I'll need weaponry on this ship at all. It would be funny to just throw one mass driver on this and then goof around with that, because I haven't done that. But I am paying through the nose for it. I'm going to do it. I'll put a mass driver on here just so I can mess around with it and see what it's like. And then hope this ship does not get destroyed. There's so many experiments I want to do now that I have the money to afford these things. Or have the income, I should say, to afford these things. I always have a mountain of things I want to do in this game and never enough time to do it. Alright, good. That K is out of the way. Doesn't look like there's any more collectibles. I actually want to deploy another 100 Laser Tower Mark IIs in a very tight group here. So I will lower this back down to 3. Seems to be the number I want to do this in. And I want to put this closer to the gate, because that will catch all of the fighters that slip through, or the Xenon raiding parties that tend to slip through side to sidewise around this gate. That should be close enough. I will click this button 50 times and hope that it doesn't eat the laser towers. And then I can come back and check on this later when I'm ready. Okay, it didn't delete any laser towers out of this list, so hopefully it will just deploy them quickly. I guess I'll find out when I come check on it later. I should have laser towers on this one as well. I don't know why I couldn't zoom out right there. I do want to get the void situation handled. I think that K is dead in the water. Oh, no, it's not. I'm gonna go make that K dead in the water.
Entering system. Second contact. Jump gate. The void. Entering system. The Void.
Okay, it's behind me. I can feel the difference between
Okay.
trying to turn the small ships in travel mode versus trying to turn a big ship in travel mode. I need to boost a little bit here and there so that if it's shooting at me with big guns, I don't die. No, I got auto rotation on, so I turn that off real quick. Just start ripping the ship apart. This is a ship I've torn apart before. This shouldn't take very long at all, then.
Requesting immediate backup.
I need to assign a trader. So many things to do. I'm just trying to think about. I need to assign some reputation trade ships for Haktiva and for the Alliance of the Word. Still need to raise my VIG relationship back up to so I can assign a trade ship to them as well. I want to see if I can get a defense mission for the VIG. Specifically a mission to make a defense station. So I need to go buy an administration center from the Argonne blueprint, that is. And when I do that, I can make the VIG. Hopefully they'll want a station of any kind as a mission.
You'll regret that.
And then I can slap a administration center on that, and especially if they want it out of systems that they're in, because then I can force the VIG to go defend systems that they aren't normally in, and that would be great. I also need to do the same thing for the Argonne, but that should be actually doable. And then I can get the Argonne to quit being lazy on these incursions. And also destroy more of their ships, so they buy more ships from me. Ooh, I need to go buy some Boron ship blueprints too. So that way the Haktiva's choice will buy ships from me as well. I need to go buy a Moira. No, that's the wrong ship I'm speaking of. I want the I don't even know what they're called. The M named ship from the Boron, the small one. I'll have to go buy that blueprint. That means I'll probably have to import water to my wharf.
Jump Gate, Antigone Memorial.
That's the wrong jump gate.
Jump Gate, Second Contact.
Actually, the NPC pilot can take over from here. So these laser towers are
Hello?
basically useless right now. Because they're not really stopping any death balls coming out of the void, or coming into the void from the Xenon. But hopefully, the captain of this ship will show up and get going. And then I can get this over here and set up a laser tower
Entering
defense
system.
even quicker.
Second contact.
Speaking about laser tower defense, that looks like 50 laser towers got deployed, so I'll do 50 more. And then get this back to collecting. Well, it's starting to look like a death ball. How much stuff have you have? How much money you got? You got a little bit of money. Alright, there is a Pegasus Vanguard with a railgun on it. So that should be fun. I will assign it trades from and to Hoctiva stations to get rep, because there is once I get their rep up high enough, they will buy they should buy illegal wares off of me at their pirate stations. And I have tons of illegal wares to sell that I can't sell to anyone right now. Okay, what are they buying? That's what I want to know. What are they buying the most of? Antimatter converters? They're selling lots of food rations, which is good news for me because that'll drive the price down. They want space weed, but I'm not getting rep off of any of that, so I don't want to sell that to them. Smart chips looks like the thing to, well, really any of these should be fine. They don't want any more engine parts, and it doesn't look like they want medical supplies. Shield components, smart chips, scanning arrays. Do they have another station selling any of those? Helium refinery. I don't think they want superfluid coolant over here. No. And this only sells illicit goods, which is not rep gaining. Oh, there's another Duke's Lost Property office. That makes sense. They probably don't like it when I try to stick a satellite over here. They probably are gonna patrol the system and blow up all these satellites. Oof, if I got a ship that can handle all of these, that is a lot of modification parts that I could go get. Right for the picking.
Please halt. We'll be scanning your cargo hold. All clear. Move along.
Smart chip factories. That means I could buy smart chips over there and get them over to Hat in a fairly quick turnaround. They're buying medical supplies over here too. So I could set up a Hat only trade. And get double reputation, well, get a reputation on the buying and the selling. I'm also buying medical supplies there, so maybe that's the trade I want to set up. Just reputation trade for medical supplies. So let's get that set up. I'm tired of not being able to sell all the illegal wares I have. So for reputation trading, don't buy the max price, just buy or maximum quantity. Just set that to 1, because the trade is the only thing they care about for raising rep for now until it gets fixed or updated. They should care about quantity too, but guess not. Sell those medical supplies, set the max buying price, and then set the minimum selling price. That way they always trade if there is a trade to be had. I wonder where the Paranid is going with their expeditionary force. They're either going after the split, and I hope they're not going after the Boron. I would hate to have to go to war with the Paranid. Don't you pick on my Boron. These are my little special Boron. How many satellites do you have left? Plenty. Oh. Looks like they don't like that advanced satellite over there. Oh, it doesn't look like they like any of my advanced satellites. They're gonna shoot them all down. Fine. Fine. Actually, I could probably see if they're hostile or not by turning off this. Yep. That one's red, meaning they're going after that satellite.
Requesting immediate backup.
There seems to be interesting amounts of traffic coming through this way, so I want to get some vision on here and just see what's going on. I also want full vision of this sector because it's constantly under xenon threat. So, well, full vision. I want vision of every station. I want to know how badly things are going in this sector for the Patriarchy. The same for here.
I can withstand far more than that.
Let's see here. I also want to do the same thing over here. I want to know how bad the xenon threat's getting for the Patriarchy. Oh yeah, and then the Argon Patriarchy war between these two systems I would like to keep a track, be apprised of. How much are they willing to sell me a Raptor for now? Ooh, only 23 million for a Raptor when it's normally 45 something. I can check the price real quick. Yeah, normally 45, but it'll go for 23 at the Warforged. I need to raise rep with them a little bit more so I can look forward to buying a Raptor. I need another rep trader for the Alliance of the Word too. I need to save some money. That's what I need to do. I need to save money so I can get the Earl King. And then I can do rep trading. Or whatever I want to do. That is a lot of money in a short amount of time on that Heretic's End station. In the same amount of time that I made $2 million from my asteroid belt, that's been my passive income for so long, I made 11 million off of that small medium fab.
Requesting immediate backup.
So yeah, that's worthwhile to make small medium fab. That's a lot of passive income that can be mostly relied upon. Now that I have the logical view set up correctly. Why aren't my dolphins getting advanced electronics? There should be something in range. How is the building going over here? Oh, I should probably put that as no restriction and then fully fund this construction. And actually get all those dormitories built. Oh, I got the other, nice. I got the other scrap recycler running. Which means I should be producing a lot more whole parts out of scrap. Very nice. I need to go do that mission. Ah, there's so many missions I need to go do. It's just another thing to add to the task list. Alright, I have a trade route going between. I want to get the hat up and going because that'll make, or the hat rep up. That will make me more money. And I have plenty of things to sell when I can, or when I get the rep up high enough. Oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 just leave. Just run. Please run away. Don't do that. You need to leave. Get out, get out. Go away, go away, go away. Run away. It'll take one misplaced shot from that K to wipe you off the map. Get away from there. Yep, that's what I thought. If it makes it out alive, I'll be impressed. That K decided to pop in and
Entering
see what's up.
system. Atikva's choice.
It's actually getting picked apart pretty good.
Big
'Cause
mistake. Very
I tightened the group of the laser towers so that they all will, the laser towers focus down all of the weaponry on those Ks, but there wasn't enough of them in a tight enough group to deal with a K. But now that I've tightened up the group, as you can see, that K means nothing to all those laser tower Mark IIs.
Stop! Stop!
And I had a sinking suspicion that that would be the case, but I wasn't 100% sure. Yeah, this should be fine till the eye rears its ugly head, and that's coming. I don't know when the eye is going to show up, but when it shows up, I am very scared about what's going to happen. Because it will eventually do it. Hold on, me, where are you? I need you to pilot the ship. I don't want to play Scooby-Doo with a pilot. It's not exactly what I had in mind today. Alright, so I am up to 33 million thanks to the passive income from my stations, which is what the economy playthrough is all about, is getting money from your stations. So that's nice. I can almost say I have a little bit of money. Almost. Not quite there yet. Can't really say I have a little bit of money. So, let's see here. It has been about an hour and a half since I started the stream, so I do need to cut the VOD and get that going. So I will do that. The stream will go down for roughly 30 seconds to a minute, and then I will keep playing from there. I'm gonna overwrite this save. Yep. Alright, stream will go down for 30 seconds. I will be right back.